What's going on, everybody? Coach Stefan here. I'm with one of our clients, Erica. Erica, do you mind introducing yourself? Give people just a little bit of background so they have some context, and then we'll dive in.
Okay. My name is Erica. I am 51 years old. I've been training with Pursuit for about a year now, maybe
Yep.
a month over a year.
Yeah, and you just re-signed again to kind of continue the journey with us, which is super exciting.
Yep,
And I appreciate
absolutely.
you being willing to jump on this interview. I know they're super helpful for people to kind of just get some insight. Like, what is it like working with us, our coaches? So I want to talk about some big, well, actually, let's start with why you joined in the first place, because I want to talk about your big accomplishments. You've lost a ton of weight. You've done like I would say a complete transformation since being with us. But if you can rewind about a year and a month ago, what was the thing that prompted you to reach out for help and join us in the first place?
Um, there's quite a few different things. I needed to make a change. Um, and I just felt I needed some help. So I started, I was over 250 pounds at 5'4", and I just felt sick. And I didn't really like what was going on. And every time I tried to get back into the gym and, I would just hurt myself.
Hmm.
So I decided to make a change and I started researching and I came upon Pursuit, which I felt like was a very good fit for me.
Yeah. What things were you looking for specifically? Was it like guidance with your training, your nutrition, your accountability, like everything? What was
all of it,
all
all
of
of
it?
it.
Um, do you feel like you've got that so far that you've been in?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you've made a transformation. Like how, if you don't mind sharing, if you feel comfortable, what is your current weight now? I know you said you started at
Um,
250.
yeah, I started probably 250. My current weight is 185. It was 181, but this summer has been challenging for me. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it's 185 and I feel
65 pounds.
incredible.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a huge thing. And obviously, I mean, I know a lot of these answers because I see your profile and obviously I own the company, but it's, it's cool to see some of the things you wanted, right? Hey, I need a little bit of everything. I need some guidance for sure. Like, what do I eat? Like, how do I train? I don't want to keep getting injured. And you lost 65 pounds in a healthy way, which we can kind of dive into. Um, you don't get there and keep the weight off without getting help with honestly everything, which is kind of what we really do.
And that's why I re-signed for another year because
Yeah,
this isn't just about, quick fix. This is about changing everything
yeah,
over a
yeah.
long period of time.
Exactly. And I know one of the talks that we had when you first joined, right? When anybody that has a bigger weight loss goal, it's like, hey, we got to do it right this time, right? Like we really have to like, we can't do the yo-yo thing. I'm not saying you were, but like, can't do the yo-yo thing. We really have to like figure out a long-term solution, which means we can't really do this like ultra restrictive crash diets. We can't go to the gym 6 to 7 days a week. We can't really buy into what I think a lot of the industry tells you should do, right? Like six small meals and do all this. And sometimes it feels like if I can't do 110%, then there's no point. You feel like you kind of fell into that before working with us?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Either was all or nothing. And now I feel like it's a little bit, I'm trying to even it out and make it a healthier, even keel.
Yeah. What were like the goals? I mean, if you could name 2 to 3 big goals you had before joining the program or when you joined, what were those goals for you, if you can remember?
Um, Strength, losing weight, feeling good, and just being in the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
Those were some, small little goals.
Yeah. I mean,
Olympic shape, being in the
yeah.
shape of Olympian. So yeah.
Do you feel like you've accomplished those?
I feel great. I'm in probably some of the best shape of my life. I feel like I could actually go out on a run.
Wow.
Whereas before I got a running coach and I was like, I'm too heavy to run.
Yeah.
First, my knees were yeah, I just couldn't do it. So yeah, I do feel like I'm in the best shape of my life and lost a lot of weight and I just feel good in my body. So
Yeah. And you mentioned you got stronger too, right?
oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
significantly stronger.
This significantly this last week, I was throwing up some I was like putting up some bigger numbers for me.
Yeah.
So,
That's
which I
awesome.
was pretty proud about.
Yeah, and I think it's like we try to get our clients as much as possible to take kind of what I would consider, we call it a 360 approach, right? Where it's like we know most people are here for some type of weight loss, right? So burning body fat at the same time, building muscle to help your metabolism and obviously your strength, and then increasing performance. So burn fat, build muscle, increase performance, and it sounds like you've done that, right? Because there are some people that lose a big chunk of weight and then they get weak, right? They're like, oh, I just didn't eat. Or, I did all this like fasting, which not like fasting's terrible idea, but like they did it in a just a restrictive. It wasn't through chipping away and training and nutrition. And then like 65 pounds in a year is not a small feat. That is not easy to do. But I think the most important thing is like, did you do it in a method where you're like, I could keep it off? Because losing weight is not the challenge. Like, I mean, it's not that it's easy, but people do it every year, January to March, right?
Yeah.
Lose weight. Like you said, the all or nothing, like you've lost weight. But what has that journey kind of been like? Losing 65 pounds. Are you at a spot right now where you feel like, hey, I can kind of keep this on long term or keep this off?
Yes. Yeah. I'm in a spot where I feel, let me see. Like I feel like I've been running hard and now I need to slow it down and just keep an even pace.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this last year I've been sprinting and running pretty vigorously, and now I'm just trying to maintain and just keep an even run.
Yeah. And that's good. That's where, honestly, that's like the long-term goal. And I always tell people
Right.
like fitness is just like a job or calories are like finances. Like if you work really hard to accumulate a bunch of wealth, eventually you're like, I'm good. I'm just chilling, right? Like I did my working years. I'm sustainable. Like I'm don't need to just keep going. It's kind of the same thing. You put in all this work to get down to 185, right? And now you're like, hey, I have put in the work. I feel really good. I feel a lot more comfortable in my skin. I have better energy. I'm stronger and like I'm good. And it doesn't mean you never keep working towards your goals, but we can't go at that pace forever, right? And so, and it's just a matter of time too before we back off a little bit and then we get re-hungry, which is good. That's part of the journey, right? Like knowing you, you'll probably get more of a maintenance phase, which is great, but then eventually like, all right, I want to get a little stronger. I want to get a little bit better shape. And
Right. Right.
that's kind of the fuel. What do you think? I mean, what has your experience been so far just working with the company, your coach? Like, I think that's a big concern for a lot of people when they get an online coach. There's a lot of people on Instagram and companies, and you're like, I don't
Yeah.
know who to go with. Like, how's it been since day one with you?
Day one, it's been incredible. It's been, I can't speak highly enough about working with the coach in this company. It's just been a very good experience. Everyone's very attentive and professional. So it's been really good. Yeah.
That's awesome. What about just like the, you know, ease of getting hold of your coach and the communication and the check-ins? Do you feel like
Oh,
that's been a good
yeah.
experience?
He has to get a hold of me sometimes. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. A big thing we prioritize, and I'm glad to hear that, is the coaching, the really like meat and potatoes of what we do is communication, right? It's talking, it's reaching out, it's holding you accountable, it's kind of collaborating with you on your journey. And I mean, you can't communicate if it's not two ways, right? And so a big thing for us is most clients are like, oh, I'll talk to my coach all the time, but I'm afraid that if I join, that my coach is going to like, after a couple months, they'll lose their zest. Because that's honestly the thing that I hear the most, the biggest complaint in the industry is I was really good in the beginning. The first 3 months, my coach was always there, and then it just like fell off. And you've been with us a year. Do you feel like the service has been the same all the way through?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Right.
Good. And and we want that, right? If somebody's working with us for 6 months, a year, we've had some clients that are multiple years. For me as a business owner, like I can't give you a level and then get you in and then be like, oh, she's good now, right? Like we need to keep having the consistency in the check-in. And a big thing we say, and I say it all the time, and I said it to you, like we don't want to work with you forever. So even when you're re-signing, it's like, hey, we're pushing you to like a little less accountability. Like we're creating you to be more independent. Do you feel like you have become like more educated and more independent and learned how to kind of do some of this stuff on your own since you started?
Yes, yes. And I do feel like I want to continue that education, and get more in depth, but absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we want to empower you, right? Like
Right.
I want you to become independent. Like
That's what I
eventually, I
want
know you're
to.
going to
Yeah.
leave. Like you're not going to stay here forever, and that's good. And at that point, I want you to have the tools, right, where you can feel like, hey, I kind of know how to make these adjustments with nutrition. I know how to kind of program myself. Like this has become a super habit with my training and my nutrition, how I take care of my body, because when you leave, you got to keep that weight off forever, right? And so I want to make sure that we're equipping people. So I'm glad that you've gotten the education, you become a little more empowered and independent. So what
Right.
what would be like the big takeaway? I mean, you've been in our program for 13, 14 months. What's like the number one takeaway that you have so far? No, it's a deep question.
Number one takeaway. That's a good question. Number one takeaway. Uh, that I'm very grateful and I'm thankful that I signed up. I think that's my biggest takeaway. And, just the training is incredible.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Okay. So the big takeaway for you is that you just had enough courage
Glad
to
I did this.
yeah, kind
Yeah.
of like take the leap because it can be a little bit scary, right? Like I'm sure when we first talk to people, they're like, "Well, I don't know you." There's a million people on social media. I mean, I try to have as transparent as we can so people can see interviews like this. They can do their research and digging and know we're legit and all that stuff. But it's still like a little bit of a leap. And what I'm hearing from you, if I'm correct, is I'm just glad I did it. Like I'm glad I had a little bit of a courage to take the jump.
Hmm.
A year later, you're down 65 pounds. You've increased your
Hmm.
strength and your energy and all that, and you're healthier. And you're like, I'm just glad I did it. Did I took the leap?
Right.
Okay.
And sometimes I think, sometimes I think about the training, and I was working graveyard when I first started. So I'd get off graveyard, walk my dog, and then go to hit the gym or go straight to the gym, then walk my dog. And I was really exhausted. And sometimes I think, oh my God, I can't believe I did all that. Like that is a lot. And the training is challenging. So yeah, I'm just really glad I signed up.
Yeah. Well, you put in the work. I mean, you should be super proud of yourself. You're right. It is hard. I mean, we work with a community of people that work long shifts, graveyards, like just insane. They got animals, they got kids, and it's not easy. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. Like excuse my language, it's hard ass work,
Mm.
and you've busted your butt. And I mean, the results speak for themselves though, right? Not everybody that joins our program that has that much weight to lose loses that much in a healthier, sustainable way. And you've put in the work.
Mhm.
And I think that's also important that you had the tools. So it was you, 100%, all you, but we equipped you with the tools, right? The coach, the accountability, the system, the adjustments, and having like somebody that is encouraging you along the way to kind of continue to check in with you and be like, hey, you got it. Or, if you have questions or concerns, kind of be there because a big thing for us is we have to map out a point A to point B. That's for Erica. And that's
Mm.
going to look different than another person. And that's why we do it really in depth. That's why I don't want to say we take our time, but we are methodical about it. And we want to make sure that we can continue to like customize it to you, right? Because your
Right.
life, your situation, your goals, your preferences are going to be different than maybe another woman that joins that has 65, 70 pounds to lose, right? Like,
Right. Right.
it's not all one boat. So my
Right.
last question from you is, um, what would you say to somebody that's watching this that's like maybe on the fence? It's always good to just kind of hear like what somebody's advice would be that's made a transformation in our program.
Um, my advice would be to sign up. This is definitely one of the best, hardest things you're gonna do. So that would be my advice, is just to
Yeah.
sign up. Go for it.
Love it. Good advice. Yeah, kind of just taking that leap a little bit. And
Exactly.
you're in the same position as all of our other 11, 1200 plus clients, right? Like it is a little bit of a leap. And I've had coaching myself, business coaching, fitness coaches, and honestly, you never know till you know. But that's why we
Hmm.
try to get as much feedback as possible. It's like, hey, you can trust us. This is, I mean, this is obviously what we do. And I'm glad that from when you started to now, you've had a really good experience and the level's kind of been the same. So, no, I appreciate it. I'm really proud of you. I know your coach is super proud of you. You've been working your butt off and like you've earned it all,
Yeah,
right? And I know
thank
this
you.
is, you're welcome. And I know this is just like also kind of the beginning. It's weird, right? It's like you made this transformation, but I know that when you leave, eventually you're going to continue to be healthy. You're going to continue to implement these habits.
Exactly.
And that's when I win. You know, I talk to a lot of our clients that have been out of our program for a year, 2 years, and they're all like kept the weight off. Like a vast majority of them can, and actually a lot of them continue to get in better shape. But it
Mm,
just they really integrated it into like a lifestyle and a habit. I know it's kind of cliche, but it's true. And they're
it
like,
is
yeah,
true.
this is just me. And I'm like, awesome.
Right.
Then let's get you out, right? Like if this is you and you're not going back and this is the new you, um, that's I think where we win. That's how we can actually get people to be empowered and to do it on their own. And I know you're getting one step closer every single day. And so yeah, hats off to you for putting in the work. And I'm excited to see where you'll be at the end of your year two. Like really,
Right.
really excited.
Me too. Me too.
Well, I appreciate you jumping on. It means the world to me. I know this is going to be super valuable to somebody. So we'll see you on the inside and keep putting in the work, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Erica. Bye.